Welcome to part 2 of the Wrath of the Lich King series from curbstomp.overwatch. Today we're going to talk about add-ons. A lot of people want to know what add-ons to use, and there are some general purpose add-ons, and then there are add-ons that are specific to your class. So I have a add-on for Warlock, which is just catered towards Warlock. I got some healing add-ons just for the healing class, but then there are general purpose add-ons. And one that I really like is called Recount. You can look at your friendly fire, damage taken, healing done, all of this data. I usually keep it on DPS, which is damage per second. And I'll set it to current fight. So let's pick something that we've recently done. Okay, on this one, our top DPS was Babronco. It shows the top 3 damage abilities that he did, the top 3 things that he attacked. This must have been just a mob fight, I guess. So when you click on it, you get this information bar that shows you this particular spell he cast was Blizzard. It shows the damage, hit, and crit differentiation. That's not a good one to look at for... So we'll look at this melee druid, Barrymore. He used Mangle, Melee, and Swipe. Those are his top 3. That's how many times he cast that. The damage that was done total from all of those counts, and the breakdown on each one for hit and crit. So look at his crit here on his Mangle. It's 37.5%. That's pretty good. If you're a hunter, it's going to give you that pet damage information. You can also look at all the healing. It's just on a different tab. So Derek here has done, that's the total amount. He cast Riptide 5 times on that particular fight. Echo of Light. So that's just an example. Really like that add-on. The other healing add-on that I like, I'm flying into outer space here. Let's get resituated. The other add-on that I like is called Healium. So show party. I'm the only one in a party right now, so it's only got me loaded. So from your spell book, put different items that you could cast onto that bar. So we'll put Holy Light there, Flash of Light, Purify maybe. I'm just showing some examples here. So when your party gets started, you'll have basically a mini cast bar for everybody. So this is great for 5-man and 10-man. It becomes overwhelming on 25. If you're doing 25-man raids, you'll probably be happier with something like Healbot, something that's just a mouse over. When I mean mouse over, I mean you don't have to actually click. I believe you just have the mouse hovered over the person's name. There's these little boxes, and you click on your keyboard 1, 2, 3, 4 through 0. And it does an assigned task based on how you pre-programmed those keys. On this one, you just physically click the button, and I like it. It works out pretty well. I'm in queue right now for a dungeon, and I'll show you how that works. The other add-on consolidates all of these bags into just one big block, so you don't have to click each individual one or shift open, and it looks a little bit cluttered. This puts everything in a really nice, neat grid for you. You can look at the individual bags that way if you want to. When you add a new bag, say you get a really good bag and you want to add it in, you just click open this, drop it in there. Also shows you your keys, and that's called bag 1, and it does the exact same thing with your bank. So when you go to your bank, it's just this exact same window just placed over here next to it. It doesn't do it with the guild bank because the guild banks are already rather consolidated and organized. Plus there's several tabs on some of them, so that's what I like. If you're going to be doing anything in Icecrown Citadel, any of those 25-man raids, I feel like you absolutely have to have Deadly Boss mods. Deadly Boss mods has a built-in timer tracker of different events during a scripted fight. So, say for example, you're fighting a boss and there's these intervals where he casts an area of effect attack. It gives you a timer when that attack is coming up. It also tells you to get out of the way, watch where you're standing if you accidentally step into poison on the floor or fire on the floor. So here, we've got this loaded up. And I think I need to add some stuff to it. You can add as many buttons as you want, I think. It has a limit of 15, but I don't know why you would want more than 15 on there. So, as you can see there, the health's dropping, so just click the button and give him a little heal. You'll notice on here that it doesn't have my... Oh, there it is. It popped up. It's a little bit buggy. It's not the most bug-free add-on. I've not played Paladin in a while, and I'm struggling to find where my buttons are. In fact, I'm not even in Holy Spec. No. Whoops. Apparently, I've had this set up to where I could tank and heal on it. And that depleted all of my mana. This guy's about to get mad. Oh no! But this is when it's fun, because usually these dungeons are so mindlessly routine, and you do them over and over again. So to have an actual challenge can be fun sometimes. And you can see that when I switched my talent tree, I've gotten back the preloaded layout that I like. Put Beacon of Light on him. And since I've put Beacon of Light on him, it's got the icon there, a little bitty timer, so that you don't have to click there and look at it up here, because there's all this other stuff going on. I am severely mana drained. And I think I have, yeah, I had the speed over on. I'm struggling. You can see how this would be overwhelming if you had 25 players that you had to keep up with. So now we can look at this other add-on. So look at overall. It is on overall. So, as a true boss fight, I've got some better data than those other ones that I was showing you. So this rogue's main attack was melee, apparently. He did that the most, did the most damage. And it's updating in real time, as you can see. His crit is insane. It's 57.4. So that's how this looks when you actually have a lot of data to look at and work with. The game does have a built-in gear organizer, but I like the one called Outfitter. And with that, I can sort of select and customize specific loadouts. So if I wanted, I bet I'm still wearing tank gear. No, I'm not. Okay, that's good. Yeah, checkmarked holy, that's good. I thought I was still in tank gear. Rather than sort these items out individually whenever I enter into a dungeon, I just click one button and boom, it all swaps out instantly for me. Other add-on here is called GearScore. I know a lot of people are against GearScore because there's always that catch-22 where you want to have better gear, so you want to go to a dungeon. The people require you to have really good gear, but you need the dungeon to get the gear, so what do? Everybody just uses this as a benchmark. So, for example, if you're going to do VOA 10, that might say minimum gear score 5K, 5,000. You see somebody who's like this guy here, 3446. Maybe he's a skilled player, but at the same time, he's going to get squished really, really easy. You know that his damage output's not going to be near what it would be if there was another mage who wanted to go who had a gear score of 6K or had all the best in slot items. So it's sort of a shortcut to figure out a person's performance, but it's always supposed to be a baseline. It's not supposed to be you absolutely can't go because of this. Because they could still understand the fight mechanics and perform better than someone who has better gear but is just not a skilled player. Maybe if you're on a private server, people can donate to get gear, which is kind of annoying, but at the same time understand the server needing income for maintenance. Another thing people will do a lot is ask you to link your achievement to prove that you've done something before, which is, it's understandable if you want to have a smooth raid and you don't want to have a lot of mess ups, a lot of resets, a lot of wipes. You just link your achievement in there. It says, yeah, here's proof that I did this on this date. I've already done it. I know what's going on. And you also get that with your name badges, nameplates. I don't know what they're called. If you kill the Lich King, you get one called the Kingslayer, which I've got on maybe 3 different characters. If you do it on the 25, man, I think they give you Bane of the Lich King as a title. This video is getting very informal and off the rails. I just wanted to show these add-ons that I use, and I'm actually probably just going to have to bail on this group to show you the Warlock stuff, which is unfortunate for them because they probably waited a long time, longer than me, as damage, but you know what? Sometimes it be that way. Oh, I'm just going to have to... There, now I can log out. Sorry, guys. Sorry, not sorry. It's just an RDF. It's not that big of a deal. It's not like we're gonna have to wait much longer to get another healer. Here we go. Warlock add-on. It's called Necrosis. It has cool little voice effects, and it uses timers. So when I started playing Warlock, I leveled as Demonology, and then immediately switched to Destruction for the 5-mans, and then realized there's no way that I'm going to be Affliction until I get like really, really, really good gear. And also the raids are going to, at least 10 and 25-man raids are going to pretty much demand that you be Demonology because you can buff the whole raid passively. And you can't do that as Destruction. Even though Destruction, I think, has the better damage. I've played against people who have had better gear score than me that were Demon, and I was Destruction, and I just absolutely spanked them. I don't know why I was flying to this area. So, this Necrosis thing shows you how many soul shards you have. It gives you these options for mounts. I don't really use it for this part of it. You've got different armor that you can select on here. Because I use these buttons like crazy, I don't have a use for this, but the great thing that this is used for me is when I switched to Demonology for the raids, I had a hard time keeping up with what had a curse on it, damage over time spell. I don't know how to get this off. There we go. Basically, you're looking up here trying to figure out your rotation based on when these curses come off of their cooldown. So, right away, you can see that this add-on gives you a bar right in front of your face. Now, it looks easy because it's just me attacking, but you imagine in a raid and there'd be 15 of those icons. right there, the little visual ticker. I love it. I think it's great. Also, when your soulstone expires, there's a creepy voice that comes on and it says your soulstone has expired, and you know to go ahead and cast a new one of those. It's really just creature comforts. You don't have to have this. You could manage it that way. And after a while, you're going to just get a muscle memory feel for how long Curse of Agony lasts. But that is also dependent on your haste rating. The more you have, the faster it ticks down. So that's a little overview of these add-ons that I like so much. I don't use an auction house add-on. I had been using one. And I just still prefer to do it the old-fashioned way. And I have a methodology that I use when I'm doing undercutting prices. And that's going to be the next video that we do, is how to make money in the Wrath of the Lich King. We'll cover that separately. But if you have any questions, or if you've got an add-on that you really like that you think I should check out, leave that in the comments section. I'm probably going to make this other video here in the next hour or two, so anticipate that, and thanks for watching.